Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm so happy you're joining me for the second episode of Magical Mondays. Just a quick 30-minute call to get you empowered and on your way to have a really great week. It's so easy as entrepreneurs to just get our week started like right away and be really fast about it. And I find that if you just have a little bit of time, a little bit of planning, and a little bit of discussion and community, it actually gets your week started off really powerfully. Again, my name is Misty Petrella. Thank you so much for being here. You can find out more about me at my website, coachmisty.com, and that's MISTI. Or you can find out more about me in my Facebook group, The Empowered Entrepreneurs. I do hope you join in. So today our focus is going to be a couple of things. One, we're going to do just a smidge of energy work. It's really you taking personal responsibility for how you feel throughout your week. And I find that's one of the most powerful things I can do for myself, to both be flexible as an entrepreneur and empowered and excited and ready to go, but also to be less reactive, less thrown about by whatever is going on, especially if you're a coach or a healer, or anyone that's communicating with clients all day long. Our energies intertwine. And this is a very powerful exercise, really, really simple, but very powerful exercise to just get back in your body and out of this brain of ours, right? It's a powerful tool, this brain, but it's not the best place to function from. The best, most powerful place to function is from your heart space and to sort of access your brain in its linear thinking when we need it, right? So we're just going to take a moment to sort of I call it get into your body and out of your head. But we're going to take just a moment here. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable. And what we're going to do, make sure your feet are flat on the floor. And what I want you to do, and we'll just take a couple minutes here, is to just feel the top of your head and your scalp. And if there's any tension there in your brain space, in your forehead here, if there's any tension in that area, I want you to relax it. Just feel around from the inside out. Now to your throat and your shoulder area here. I would say your fifth chakra. Relax any tension you're feeling in that area. Move down to your shoulders, your heart space, this area here in your chest. Go through and release any tension you feel from the inside out. Make sure you're breathing the whole time. Now this belly space can hold a lot of tension. So whatever arises when you get into your belly area, just relax it. Allow for whatever's coming up. Now go back up to your back, your upper back. We can certainly hold a lot of tension there as well. Relax whatever muscles may be holding any tension whatsoever. Feel your back from the inside out. Make sure you're breathing. Now down into your lower back. Relax any muscles you don't need to sit up. Feel whatever feelings are there. Whatever is arising right now is completely okay. Now feel into your upper arms. If there's any tension there. Relax. Feel into your elbows and your forearms. Relax whatever's there. We're all writers and creators likely, so feel into your hands from the inside out. Feel the energy that's there. Relax whatever tension might be there. Now move down into your hips and your buttocks area. We can store a lot of tension here. We don't really realize it. It's our hips and our buttocks, they actually have a lot of muscles that tie to other parts of our body. And so it's really, especially if you go on walks, it's really easy to store tension here. So I want you to feel your, especially your buttocks. I mean, it sounds silly sometimes, but if you think about it, those muscles in your rear end, they go to like all the way down to your toes and they stretch all the way up to the top of your head. So because they cross so many places and they touch so many different parts of your body, it's really easy for us to hold tension there or to forget about releasing it. So I want you to spend an extra second here down in your hips and then your buttocks and really release any tension that could be there. Down into your your thighs. Release whatever tension is there. And your knees. Down into your calves and your ankles. Feel into your feet and your heels. And all 10 of your little toes. You should now feel pretty relaxed. So we're just going to sit in this calm, relaxed energy. See if you can just pay attention to your breath without trying to affect it. Let it do its own thing no matter what it's doing. If your heart's beating fast, that's okay. If your heart's beating slow, that's okay. Just sit here for a moment, fully accepting whatever's arising and paying attention to your breath. Okay, while you're here, nice and calm, just say to yourself, I love you so much. And say it in your mind until you can feel it. Literally. And when you're all done, wiggle your fingers and your toes. Come back to our beautiful space here. Oh my goodness, I love that exercise. It's basically a very simple body scan, but I always feel so much more relaxed, no matter what. No matter what is going on when I do that exercise, I feel so much more relaxed. Okay, so thanks you for joining me. Okay, so guys, today, now it's section 2. We are going to talk a little bit now about what you are trying to make happen this week. So get out your paper and pen or whatever you have around you. And I want you to keep track of, or to make a list of the things that need to happen this week, whether you're afraid about them or not. I don't want to know, we'll talk about the feelings you have about them in a moment. It's really important. But what I really want to know is what needs to happen. You know, do you need to sign a client this week? If that's the case, how many people do you need to talk to make that happen? Do you need to launch a new program? Do you need to do some brainstorming and creating? Do you need to focus and get really clear about what needs to happen next? Is it planning time? So what's going on for you this week? And I want you to take a minute here because we've got plenty of time. So take a minute and take a minute and write down what needs to happen this week. You already know what it is. And let's think about the end results that need to happen this week, right? Like, I need to book a client. This needs to be launched. This needs to be finished being created. Like, say what the end results are. What are the end results that need to happen this week? Big stuff. I'm going to launch something this week, so that's my big thing. I'm trying to have lots of conversations this week. I have signed a new client, so we're starting a new package this week, which is really exciting. So what is that for you? And think end results. Don't think tasks, think end results. Write it down. Boom, boom, boom. Look at all this natural light, guys. I mean, it's like really bright, but I'm being lit by the gods. Okay, so you got some results, right? Beautiful. Now, if those are the results that need to happen this week, right? Those are some powerful results you're looking for, right? What needs to happen to make those results happen? What needs to come first? If the end result is you need to launch some things or some elements need to be created so that you can do that. If you need to assign a new client this week, if that's the end result you're looking for, like I said, how many conversations do you have to have? So what are here's my end results I want. What are the things that go underneath of that to make that happen? No one else can tell you that but you. So what needs to happen task-wise to make your big end results happen? That's the juice right there. I'll tell you that for sure. And I'll give you another minute to write the tasks. I don't want to hurry anyone. Keep writing the tasks that need to happen. How many conversations do you need to have this week to sign a new client? If you don't know that number, overestimate. If you don't know what your average is, like how many people on average you need to talk to before you get a client, if you don't know that number for yourself, then always go with the higher number. If you think it's 8, but maybe it's 10, maybe it's 15, go with 15. If you need to talk with 15 people this week, how many people do you need to talk to a day? Say we take like a big end result and we break it down, making the whole thing so much simpler. So think tasks. Now, also something really important to consider is what could stop you from making these things happen? Dip down into your heart space, maybe into that gut. Maybe you dip down into your third and your fourth at the same time. You can see I've got my hand on my heart and my stomach. May need to dip down a little bit further, right? Because fear comes up in that stomach area. So if it's fear, what's going to possibly get in your way for making these plans happen? Time? Fear? Do you need more information? You feeling unready? There's never ready, by the way. It's okay to feel unready. Always act before you're ready. So dip down in there and find out, listen to yourself. You know, the biggest thing that gets in our way of making whatever we want to make happen in any given week is us. So be honest with yourself about what's coming up for you. And if it's fear, that's okay. We just got to know. and having 5 days go by without action happening, not okay. So be honest with yourself about what's coming up. For a while, for the last, well, not the whole last 6 months, but for a couple of windows in the last 6 months, I was having a hard time getting offers out there because I didn't know what I was doing. I was going through so much personal transformation, I had to refigure my business out. Or I probably didn't, but it felt like I did. And so it really slowed me down. And so that was what was in my way. And some fear coming up about not knowing what my role was anymore. And it was confusing. But if I had been more honest with myself about that, I could have been more honest with my tribe, who would have been so accepting. You know, they want to be a part of that process. So we got to be honest with what's coming up for ourselves so that we can, one, work through it, and two, share it. Because if it's going on for us, it's going on for somebody else. And you know, we are here to use our life as testimony or as witness so that other people can see that it's possible to make things happen, even when you're afraid. And you know your ideal clients need to see that from you. So be honest with yourself so you can pay attention and share it. So what's going to possibly stop you from making this stuff happen? Big questions. Okay. So that's a little bit of planning for the week. We just did 6 little minutes. Doesn't have to absorb your whole day. Really simple, fun. You're done. And you're aware of what's there for you. Powerful stuff. Short amount of time. Okay, so section 3, that looked like a 4. Section 3, we are here to talk about bringing in more joy, guys. I've been talking to a lot of entrepreneurs lately about the fun leaving the building. And here's what I learned really early on in my business. And I say this to people and they sometimes don't believe me. That fun and joy have to be the guiding influence in our business. Most people would say, oh, really? Isn't it money? I would say no. If you let joy and fun be the guiding influence in your business, and you create offers that are full of joy and fun for you, not just your ideal clients. I mean, they should be full of joy and fun for your ideal clients. Otherwise, they're probably not going to work with you. Right? But guys, they got to be fun for you to do. They got to be fun as the doer. I've talked to, and I've done this myself. Oh, believe me. I've talked to 2 entrepreneurs in the past 1 week. And I've seen a ton of people posting about it too. About like wanting to quit because this isn't fun. Dudes, that's our job. It's our job to make this work fun for us. Don't be a bad boss to yourself. You did not create this business to be drudgery, frustrating. I gotta wake up and do this again. Worried about selling. All these heavy, you didn't create your business to be like that. You didn't, and neither did I. But it's easy when you come over from the corporate world to just recreate your old boss. Well, I'm sure your boss was lovely. Mine certainly was. But it's like this, we have a tendency to recreate what we know. Like, right, you were in this corporate job, it wasn't making you happy. It's easy to recreate a whole bunch of tasks you don't want to do again. But it's our responsibility as the owner of the business to create things that are fun for us. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've created a product that was exhausting for me to do. But my clients were loving it. Guys, that's not a healthy balance. I was just talking to someone who had a 30-minute, it was a 30-minute or 25-minute thing with a client. That was her package. It was like a short session, right? And she charged very little money for it. But that session, doing that session made her go, after talking to the client, made her go and do another hour and a half worth of work for that person. And still only being paid, I don't know, maybe it was like $50. Do create offers that are easy and joyful for you to give. And make sure that they feel equitable in the payment, right? It's easy to say, oh yeah, I'll give you this thing for like 10, we want to do these like little no-brainer offers. So we'll say, yeah, I'll do this for you for 15, 20 bucks or whatever. Well, it better be that much or less effort for you. Don't create a $15 offer that makes you go do 4 hours worth of work for somebody. That's not joyful. That's not joyful in your heart. Make it be fun and joyful for you, the giver, not just the receiver. It has to be a two-way situation. Otherwise, you'll quit. If it's not joyful in some way for the other person, they'll quit, right? Don't let this be drudgery for you. So here's the questions that are important when you're doing some reflecting on your work, right? So what's fun in your work right now? What's the funnest? Oh yeah, I said that. That's a technical word, by the way. What is the funnest, bestest thing you get to do inside your work? What's super fun? Do you feel joyful? Now, what work are you doing where you're not feeling joyful? That's also a really powerful question. Are there any offerings you have you don't really like to deliver? Are there tasks you're doing that you really hate? Because I guarantee you there's a way to add joy to everything. As a matter of fact, I should have said this earlier, tomorrow in my group, in the Empowered Entrepreneur, and I'll put the link in the description in YouTube, but in the Empowered Entrepreneur, in my group tomorrow, I think it's at noon, on the 1st of November, I'm doing a live webinar training called Love Your Uplevel, which is about how to bring joy back into growing your business. Growing is not supposed to be frustrating, exhausting. I mean, there's going to be some times where you have to lean in a little bit, but the majority shouldn't feel bad. And you're not in business to feel bad. That wasn't even in your intention in the first place. So don't let that be the outcome or the result. We have control over this. There's always a way to bring in joy. Always. And if not, then it needs to be up for serious re-examination, whether or not it's doable for you. Because if you hate it, are you gonna do it? No. Okay, so, here's the link. It's coachmisty.com, so coachmisty.com/love-your-uplevel. That's actually how you register. So I would love for you to join me. Really quick, well, it'll be 1 hour, and we'll talk about ways to bring joy into your work, how to find the joy, where it went. It's going to be a pretty powerful training. So please join in. All right, guys, don't forget that all of that joy and love is absolutely within your control. Sometimes it feels like it's not, but when you're the entrepreneur, it is. All right, guys, I love you so much. I hope you have an amazingly empowered week. Mwah! I'll see you on the flip side. Take care.